Nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is sunfoil, pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
Saturday, 11th of October 2025. You, your family, and everyone you know have a date with the Breakfast Rush team and everyone at Radio Al Ansar. What will you be doing? Well, walking, running, socializing, and so much more. Online registrations are now open on our website, alansar.org.za. If I can make it to this event all the way from Johannesburg, so can you.
Almost 1 in 5 South African children attend school each day without having eaten breakfast. This seriously affects their ability to concentrate and understand lessons. The Al Imdad Foundation's Make Breakfast Possible campaign allows learners to enjoy a high-energy cereal at the start of the school day. Help children to focus on learning and not hunger. Let's make breakfast possible today. Donate online at alimdad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willowton Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Inspiration for the Ummah, your morning nasiha.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Yasmin Mujahid, and I'm very honored to join you in this webcast of Celebrate Mercy. And this is something where we are joining together to celebrate the life of a very, very beautiful man, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The part of his life that I want to talk about is a part that was actually very, very difficult on the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, one of the hardest periods in his life. And this was the year of sadness. During his life and the beginning part of his revelation, of his mission, he had a very, very difficult task. And yet he had the support of two people in his life who were one of his greatest supports. And that was his uncle Abu Talib and his wife Khadija radiallahu anha. What happened during the year of sadness, in the 10th year of the mission, is both of them died in the same year. Now you can imagine what the Prophet ﷺ is going through at this point. He lost one of he lost his beloved wife, and he also lost his uncle, who he loved very dearly. But he also lost a protection because the Quraysh were trying to attack the Prophet ﷺ, and one of the things that was barring them was the protection of Abu Talib. Now during this time, he decided to go to Ta'if, and when he went to Ta'if, the persecution increased and it continued, and the people actually lined up, children and others, and threw things at him, and even threw stones to such an extent that he was wounded and bleeding, and he was thrown out of the city in this type of humiliating way. Now you can imagine what he was going through at this point. And he went and he sat under the tree and he made a very powerful dua. And there's one aspect of that dua that I want to focus on. And this is the part of the dua where he says, إِن لَمْ تَكُمْ بِكَ غَضَبٌ عَلَيَّ فَلَا أُبَالِي. That if you are not displeased with me, then I don't mind. Now this is mind-blowing because the Prophet ﷺ has been through so much at this point. He has been persecuted by his people, his wife has died, his uncle has died, and he's been thrown out of this city in such a humiliating way. And yet his number one concern is the displeasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he says that as long as Allah is not displeased with him, that he doesn't mind all the rest that happened to him. Now that is in and of itself such a testament. And it shows what the character of the Prophet ﷺ is. And it's an example for us because we also go through hardships. And this shows us what really, really matters. That any hardship that brings us closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is actually good for us. And any hardship that takes us away from him, even if it's ease, in fact, and it takes us away from him, then it is bad for us. Now you'll notice too that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala
week Monday, from my understanding. Actually, no, not next week Monday, but
Just
it
hang
will
on for a
take
second. She's
place
She get the English.
next week. It will be on Sunday, or you can say this coming Sunday, the 24th of August 2025 at
Ooh.
sunset.
Look at that.
And then the moon's estimated to be at around 33 hours at that time. So big chance of
33 hours.
Yeah, 33 hours and 44 minutes to be exact.
Do you know that the city revamped 9 billion rand Go Durban transport plan, and they're doing it amid delays?
9
Do you know-
billion
do you-
rands is the only thing I heard.
9 billion rands.
Wow.
On a Monday. It sounds like a car that's missing on one cylinder. Billion. The eThekwini municipality is making another push to finally implement the 9 billion rand Go Durban Transport Project. The municipality recently announced another plan, a refined strategy, in an attempt to overcome some of the log jams that have stalled the project. The council was recently briefed on the refined strategy to push the project through. And this comes after the tactical adjustment framework proposed last year failed to be implemented. That strategy would have allowed taxi operators on the completed C3 corridor not to be compelled to be part of the project, enabling them to continue operating on the route without giving up their licenses. It seems like in sunny South Africa, our public transport system is very, very well taken care of, to the point where they get a chance to just do what they,
I was reading something yesterday, apparently happening in one of the areas in Durban where you are being dictated to. So if you've got a private vehicle and you've got your family in your car, they will say to you, no, you can't have all these people in your car. If all these people want to travel, they've got to travel with us. You are only allowed to have one additional person in your vehicle.
Really?
And I was like, what?
Wait. So
It's your car.
this is Santaco you're talking about, right? The South African National Taxi Association.
Yes,
Whatever.
So first, there were other people that were being harassed. We know that the Uber drivers, etc., were all being harassed.
Yeah.
Now you want to harass people with their own vehicles that are transporting their own families?
So here's the story on that one there. This is what you heard.
Yes.
This is what you saw on social media.
Yes, correct.
You've been reading it like everywhere, right? Because people have been posting stuff.
Correct.
Everywhere.
Yes.
What's my name?
Nisha.
So, let me show that camera, no?
Sure.
Santaco, and I'm trying to get the camera angle on this one. Santaco sent through a press statement.
Yeah.
It is. It's a press media statement for immediate release, dated 17 August 2025.
Yeah.
Santaco KZN denounces misleading information on private vehicle passenger restrictions. The South African National Taxi Council in KZN has noted with serious concern the circulation of false and misleading information suggesting that Santaco is enforcing limits on the number of passengers that a private vehicle or that private vehicles are allowed to carry. We categorically state that these claims are completely false and have no basis in fact. Santaco is not a law enforcement agency and does not have the authority to impose or enforce regulations on private vehicles or motorists. Santaco is a recognized apex structure as affirmed by the 2020 National Taxi Lekgotla, mandated to oversee and coordinate affiliated taxi structures. These includes minibus taxis, metered taxis, and independent scholar transport operators. Our role is to promote a safe, reliable, and regulated public transport service within the framework of the South African Constitution and applicable legislation. Last paragraph, we urge members of the public to refrain from spreading or believing unverified information, particularly on social media, as it may incite unnecessary panic and confusion. Santaco remains committed to operating transparently and lawfully in the interests of transport users and stakeholders. holders. And this was issued by Sentako KZN Communications Department. And as you'd seen on their official letterhead as well. So
This is interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Particularly because the way the videos were put out on social media was like a live account by somebody. Very interesting.
Very interesting indeed. Now, here's the thing. The association says one thing.
Yes, correct.
Is its members or are its members saying
That's another
something
thing.
similar?
It's either somebody obviously faked the whole thing.
Yeah.
Or like you say, somebody within the organization did something that the organization might not be aware of. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll wait with bated breath and see.
Breakfast rush time.
Superintendent Raouf's got the latest for you on the road. Super Assalamu alaikum. Welcome.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you doing?
Alhamdulillah. It's Monday. It's a brand new week. We're all good, ready to go.
With a lot happening as well. So please pay attention. If you're on the N2, just after the Schlanger area, you've got a serious accident with a taxi overturned. Traffic is really backing up. If you're on the N2 again, just after the toll plaza, you've got a school bus involved in an accident with children in it. So there's multiple injuries. This is the N2 southbound, just after the Tonga toll plaza. There is going to be major delays in that vicinity. Now, this one is on Schlanger. You've got a taxi that's overturned and about 3 other vehicles involved. So it's about 4 vehicles involved in this one. So major delays at the moment in that vicinity. Please, guys, the N2 looks bad this morning, coming between Tonga Toll Plaza and Amstanga, all happening in that vicinity this morning. So just, if you passed the Tonga Toll yet, or if you pass the Tonga Toll, you pass the first accident, yes, you take the next ramp, which is the M27. Take that ramp and use the M4. Protest action earlier this morning on the M19. There might be debris still in that vicinity. Just be careful there, please. Protest action at Boboi between Port Shepstone and Idikoleni. Complete closure. Trucks, please avoid the area. You know what's going to happen to you. If you're going to go in there, you're going to come out empty. So stay away from there, please, until the problem is resolved. Another accident now. This one's on the N3 going towards Johannesburg at the Worker Plaza. Pedestrian involved in this one. So there is delays. Allow for extra traveling time. Now I'm getting new information. N2 at Port Shepstone. Road is now open. Okay, there's still protest action, but they've opened the roads. So traffic is flowing in that vicinity at the moment. Just be careful as you're driving there, please. The N2 northbound is congested already between the M7 and Spaghetti. Just allow for extra traveling time, please. That's your first update.
So, I want to make this suggestion again, and here's the thing. I want to see how many of our listeners either agree or disagree with the suggestion I'm about to make. And remember, it's just a suggestion, right? Can we equip the fire department with a tank that has water that is blue? And then when they
want to do that?
Because when they get to the area where these guys are, and you see you calling it protest action, government's calling it protest action, municipality is calling it protest. I call it arson because they're setting fire to a public road. That's arson. That is a crime.
Correct.
Now, you can't arrest people that are running away because there's too many of them. So with blue-colored water, maybe just paint them all, and then you can catch them like an hour later, 2 hours later. It's fine. You walk past looking like a Smurf. Come here. I know where you got that from. It's a suggestion.
2 things.
Yeah, it's a suggestion.
2 things. One is winter now, so they're going to keep warm.
Can't they keep warm by their house?
That's one, okay?
Right.
And 2, some of the people are purple. Are you going to put blue water on them?
Oh no. If they like me, and they got white hair and what have you, and their faces and stuff like me, then the white hair will go blue, so it's fine. It'll be like a blue streak.
Somewhere along the line.
Do you know what I mean?
The
Yeah.
The police water tank has got a different color on it.
Yeah.
So the fire department is not a police department. They're not law enforcement.
Mm-hmm,
They're not allowed to do that. Their function is to put out fires. If they're called to different places, like cars, homes, residential,
yes.
Businesses and so forth. They are not law enforcement.
So then perhaps some sort of collaboration is needed.
Yeah. Thank you, Soup. I appreciate that. Can we do an anagram this morning that is in Urdu?
I'm so tired after 2 days of being at a tournament.
You went to the tournament?
My feet are actually, it's coming right slowly.
But wait, hold it.
I think I'm going to fall off the seat now.
Wait, hang on. You got to explain to me how the announcers' feet are paining when the other people were kicking the ball and running on the field.
Because I was standing more than them.
Oh.
It
They
happens.
were all, after they played, they were sitting.
Yeah.
I was standing for 14 hours.
Yeah. Oh my word!
Enforcing the law.
It happened. Did you guys have a good tournament? Was it successful? Were there winners, losers?
Yeah, absolutely. I always say there's winners and there's also not winners. I don't say there's losers.
Yeah, but if you came out second, you're the first person to lose.
It was a very successful tournament. We had glitches, we had hiccups, like everybody else has.
Yes.
It happened.
But all in all, the children were the winners, and they really enjoyed it.
That's gorgeous. Thank you very much, Superintendent Raouf. We're going to catch up with you just after 7. You are not allowed to go sleep now. Unfortunately, we're going to ask
this morning.
Let's do it. Thank you very much, Sup. Be good. Assalamu alaikum.
Salam.
I don't want to say anything about South Africa when it comes to sports this weekend. OMG, what happened, SA?
Everybody
What
put
happened?
some sort of nazar somewhere. That's the only thing I can think of.
You're going to have to go to the store, get yourself like 1 kg Aramat and turn it for the flag.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
Yes,
I'm telling you.
Read your Ayatul Kursis and blow.
Oh, and I say that because I'm looking at Proteas. What happened?
Yeah.
Springboks. What happened?
And then if you support Manchester United.
Yeah. They're not South African, but they got a lot of South African supporters. And then Trekas, my bro. Bakhanan. I love Viet. No, they found out, bro. They found out. But here's the thing. I think Buddy touched on this on Friday when we were talking about this fight.
Yes,
right?
I remember that.
And I said, because I'm a patriot and all of that, I said, Trekas. Trekas is going to go. He's going to knock the snot out this erg. And it was wishful thinking on my part. I'll admit it.
Of course.
Because I know
in true South African
Khamzat,
spirit.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know Khamzat. That man's a warrior.
Yeah.
He's built. He's built. And not just mentally built.
Absolutely.
He's mentally built. He plans and he's been in the training. He's done everything. So I kind of knew, but just something deep inside there, you want to go with the South African. You want to support SA kind of situation. But yeah, Trekas at the end of the match says he's going to go into training. He's going to come back. He wants his belt back, etc., etc., etc. I hope he does.
And that's incredible.
I hope he does.
Despite whatever happened in that ring, he still is positive, and he knows that tomorrow the sun will rise again.
True story. And here's the thing. The amount of respect that was shown between the fighters before, during, and after that fight was incredible.
Absolutely.
There was just a huge amount of respect between Trekas and Khamzat just before, during, and after. And for me, that was the winner.
It was.
For me, that was teaching the younger generation that, listen, you can stand there in a ring, sanctioned match, just knock the snot out of each other. But at the end of the day, it's, that's a sport and you have to be sportsmen and you got to show each other respect.
Absolutely.
I think that was phenomenal.
And the South Africans that were mentally strong, that woke up at the Tahajjud time so they could watch the match.
I did that as well, but I got the last little bit, last 3 minutes, I think it is. That's what. Oh, talking about catching the last, let's just get you your first and probably decisive weather report.
The weather update. I think it's going to be playtime weather.
I say decisive because if you're standing there at your cupboard and you're looking at it thinking, what am I going to wear today? It's sunshine. Well, let's see if I can help you. Durban's going to be clear, a lovely sunny 26 degrees at lunchtime. Pietermaritzburg, clear 28. Margate, a clear 24. Richards Bay, clear 26 degrees. Ladysmith, a partly cloudy 26 at lunchtime. So KZN boasting like we always do. Around about lunchtime, you could be forgiven if you thought it was like summertime. You could be, seriously. Because it's going to look like that. It might even feel like that. Let's get out of KZN. Johannesburg, mostly cloudy, 21 degrees. Cape Town today, a cloudy 18. Out of South Africa now. Lilongwe in Malawi, a cloudy 25. Pakistan's Karachi, partly cloudy, 34 degrees there. Makkah and Medina expecting haze, mostly sunny, 46 degrees. Dubai today, sunny 43. Perth in Australia, it's 18 minutes to 1 p.m. in Perth, Australia at the moment. Partly cloudy, 22 degrees is what they're going through. Galway, Ireland, partly cloudy, 21. And Gaza City, Palestine, partly cloudy, 31 degrees when they hit their lunchtime. This one here, this thing, is busy.
It's growing.
Huh?
But
It's
before
busy.
you go to that, I want to ask you, do you carry like a jacket in the car in case global warming does its thing?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Please, everybody should do that. If you're not wearing one, carry one.
I've got it there.
Good.
That big one.
Yes. You never
The
know.
Gudri jacket.
You just come out and it feels like you're going to fly away. Carry the jacket.
There you go. Oh, talking about flying, if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram right now, look over there, right? That's where the poster is for our TBR Fun Run, Fun Walk. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, it's up on screen right there. Now, if you go look down where it says registration, just over there, there's an email address within that arrow. It says breakfastrush01@gmail.com. You know that we had to create that last week, Friday, because for some odd reason, the @alansar.org.za just wasn't doing its thing.
Talking about last week Friday, I went training.
Hang on for a second. Hang on. We'll talk about miracles just now. Right? So the family fun run and walk, 5 kilometers of it, mind you, taking place on the 11th of October. It's going to be a Saturday. It's at Blue Lagoon Lawns here in Durban for those oldies, lugs, basically. Right? We want the race to start at 7 a.m. So that means you got to get there early. If you want parking, you got to get there extra early on that day. And you can join in on the action, the thrills, the fun, all of it with the Breakfast Rush and Radio Al-Ansar as we journey through this 5K route. It's going to take you past Moses Mabhida Stadium. You're going to go under that bridge. We're going to come down the gorgeous promenade. You can just watch the ocean over your right shoulder as you come in down to the finish line. Here's the thing. Registration's open. You got to go to our website, alansar.org.za. Register there. Register everybody, the whole family. Go for it. Make your payments and then email your POPs, your proof of payment, to breakfastrush01@gmail.com. Now, I'm looking at that email address and I'm like, mid-month, Nishal, just be patient. It's mid-month. Just wait. The guys will do it. But I got to remind you, you have to do it because we want to spend that time with you. We want to see you. And I want you to witness what she's about to talk about. You went training on Friday?
I did.
That miracle.
So I got I think about almost 13,000 steps in.
What?
Which was much, much higher than what I would get in on a normal day.
So I got this thing here, right? Okay, so it's not lit at the moment, but this watch, for some odd reason, I think its calibration's off.
Why?
Because I feel like I walk a lot more than 3,000 steps a day.
No, I don't think so.
It feels that way. Maybe
it's not that big.
It's no, I'm not. I'm not only in this building.
I know.
I'm everywhere.
How much walking do you do at home?
Quite a bit. From the kitchen to the couches.
Exactly.
Multiple.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
So when I saw almost 13,000 on Friday, I was like, "Oh, what?" Okay, I think I'm ready now.
You know, she was busy at madrasa that day.
No,
seriously,
it wasn't. It wasn't at all.
The reason I say I think this is not calibrated properly is because I kind of caught myself not swinging my arms when I walk sometimes.
Okay.
So they still.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be walking, but my arms are still.
I don't.
So
really
it's like
my arms either,
this. I think is calibrated so that when you're walking and you're swinging your arms, it counts. So I don't know whether it's counting steps right now because
you can perhaps do a test.
Yeah.
download a step count on your phone, have your phone in your pocket, and then at the end of the day, just see whether they are in sync or not.
Right. Let's take a chance. Mondley at the moment is sweating bullets because he can see what I'm about to do. I'm about to play a voice note on air without checking it first. So we taught not to do that.
That's okay.
I trust you.
This is, I think, a baby, so it's fine.
Think so?
I think so.
Let's go find out.
Assalamu alaikum, Uncle Nisha. It's been a long time. I hope everyone's well. And Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's Abdul Razak.
Abdul Razak.
It has been a very long
time, lad. It really has been, and it's good to hear from you.
Absolutely.
It really is good to hear from you.
Salams, Nishal and Naz. Here's wishing everyone an amazing week ahead. Agree with you. We're sitting here in traffic being so annoyed because of everything that's happening right now. There's so many different ways of solving problems. Have an awesome day, guys. Nurunisa.
Nurunisa, we feel for you. We feel for everybody else that's stuck in the traffic right now. The only thing I can suggest that you do is like turn the volume up. That is literally the only thing I can suggest you do right now. Just turn the volume up. How's this one here from Sadia?
Sadia says, Assalamu alaikum. Good idea, Mr. Sarwan. Red color is good. So we can call them red devils.
Oh, no.
And they will think twice of destroying our roads and delaying others to work of employment. Shukran for the dynamic program.
You most welcome.
Sadia.
Thank you, Sadia. You see, Sadia, the thing is, I grew up in an era where the Smurfs and Peyo and all of those people, they were like, they were the thing. We were bouncing around with gummy bears and just all of those things. That was my era.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, cute little Smurfs running around with matches in their hands. Fazila says,
Salams, Nish, Naz, and the listeners. Blessed Monday. Such a pleasure to hear you guys. And I agree with you. They just destroy everything. Why do you want to destroy a place of education?
It happens.
Just arrived in Durban, my dear brother.
Right, so Yudesh Gopal is a food blogger who travels around South Africa, visiting great food destinations and showing South Africans basically what the country has to offer from a culinary point of view.
That is an amazing job.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Yudesh got in contact with me last week, Friday.
Okay.
Right, the food blogger. Because he was busy sitting down and watching the TikTok video.
Yeah.
And got in touch with me and said, I have a story to tell. And I think it's going to be inspirational to people. So I said, okay, cool. Tabita will call you. And she'll see what's going on. So hopefully she's managed to do that and get a hold of him. Anyway.
Assalamu alaikum to Shada and Shabir Ali of Phoenix.
And this machine, she's working slowly this morning. Eh?
And to Fauzi, she says agreed. So you said you grew up in like what, Smurf era?
Yeah.
I grew up in like Teletubbies era. So maybe we can add some additional colors. Yellow,
I don't
purple,
even want to go there.
Red.
There's your yellow,
green.
your purple, your red, your green. It's all over in my poster for that one there. It's the 5 kilometer fun run. No, man. No.
Come on.
Congratulations, Nishal. Received an award from the afternoon jam. Was nice seeing you, Nishal, in the afternoon. This is Rashida.
Tell us about that, please.
It wasn't an award.
It was. I saw the certificate. You can't lie.
It's an award. It's a certificate of participation.
That is an award.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you. I gave them something more. I said to all three of them, free entry for the fun walk. Number one, Ted already confirmed he's running the first 200 meters. Day after, he's going to walk.
He confirmed. That is fine.
He confirmed that already.
Next year, he'll run 400 meters. That's
right. Okay. Bibi Amina was there at the first one.
Yeah.
She's going to be there at the second one. Fahim chickened out.
Again?
No, last year.
Yeah, okay.
He chickened out.
I know he was out of the country.
He decided to be exactly. Yeah. He decided it would be a better idea to jump on an aircraft and just leave the whole country.
And this year, what's his plan? Okay.
But what I did do was I phoned Siraj Basa's travel agent, and I said to him, "Keep him here. Keep him here. Don't send him anywhere. Nowhere."
The Breakfast Rush brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
Get ready, Durban! The TBR Family 5-kilometer fun run and walk is happening. 11 October at the Blue Lagoon Lawns, kicking off at 7 a.m. Join us for a day packed with excitement, a scavenger hunt, kite building, a burger eating showdown, and prizes galore. Enjoy food trucks, family games, and a live 6-hour broadcast from Radio Al Ansar. Don't forget, bring a new toy to brighten a child's day in hospital.
Don't let the academic year pass you by. Mid-year registrations are now open at Regent Business School for our new age BCom degree, with cutting-edge electives like digital leadership, digital entrepreneurship, business intelligence, and more. This versatile degree allows you to diversify your skill set and tailor your studies. Visit regent.ac.za to explore our full range of undergraduate and postgraduate programs. Regent Business School. Surround yourself with success.
Welcome to the Village Co Cafe and Bistro, where flavors dance and every gathering feels like magic. Halal certified and run by 3 sisters, we serve breakfast all day, from bagels and sourdough open sandwiches to burgers, wraps, toasties, tacos, nachos, and our signature coffee blend, crafted just for our cafe. Host your next event with us, all in a space that feels as good as it tastes. Find us at the Westville Village Market, 123 Jan Hofmeyer Road, lower ground level. Call us on 079-670-4093. The Village Co, where every bite feels like home.
Did you hear? Your favorite 24-hour dentist has moved? Crown Dental Studio, offering everything your smile needs, from general to cosmetic dentistry. Female practitioner now available upon request. Call us on 081 207 8621 to schedule your next appointment. Or visit our new studio at 26 McCuton Avenue, Durban North. Crown Dental Studio, your 24-hour dentist.
When you give water, you're reaching out to drought-affected areas, bringing them to life. Fresh water to drink, to clean, and to grow. That's the power of water. Donate now to Islamic Relief.
Durban, it's time to lace up for the Breakfast Rush Family 5-kilometer fun run and walk, 11 October, 7 a.m. at the Blue Lagoon Lawns. Feel the rush as you race past the iconic Moses Mabhida Stadium and take in the ocean breeze along the Durban Promenade. Then the fun really begins. Scavenger hunts, kite building, burger eating contests, food trucks, prizes, and a 6-hour live broadcast from Radio Al Ansar. Bring a brand new toy to spread joy to children in hospital. And don't forget, register online.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
The Breakfast Rush. It's the only way to start your day.
हजार जान गिरामी फिदा बना में अली अली दम दम अली 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 दम दम अली 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 दम दम अली अली अगले नजर की आँख का तारा अली अली अगले नजर की आँख का तारा अली अली अगले वफा के दिल का अगले वफा के दिल का सगा भी अली ایک سرور سا لگتا رات دن سرور سا رات دن جب سے ہوا گوید ہمارا علی 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 جب سے ہوا گوید ہمارا علی علی دم دم علی 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 دنیا میں سب سے اعلیٰ گھرانے کے نور گا دنیا میں سب سے گھرانے کے نور گا اس واسطے کا نام تمہارا علی 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 اس واسطے ہے نام تمہارا علی علی ہم سب کا جنگل پگاڑ کے گاتے گئے ناد علی جنگل پگاڑ کے گاتے گئے ناد علی علی جنگل ناد علی علی مشکل کو میری حل کرو مشکل کشالی دم دم علی 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 دم دم علی 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 دم دم علی 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 دم دم علی علی ہم پر علی علی ہو صبح پر علی علی صبح پر علی علی مر جاؤں تو کفن پہ لکھنا علی مر جاؤں تو کفن پہ لکھنا علی آزم یہ مغفرت کی سند گاہ ہمارے پاس سند گاہ ہمارے پاس ہم گئے علی کے اور ہمارے
The Breakfast Rush Main News Bulletin.
Making news at 7, the KwaZulu-Natal Department of Health and the recently formed South African Medical Association provincial branch have committed to collaborating to improve healthcare within the province. Good morning, I'm Tabila Duma. The KwaZulu-Natal Department of Health and the recently formed South African Medical Association provincial branch have committed to collaborating to improve healthcare within the province. SAMA chairperson Dr. Mvuyisi Mzukwa said the establishment of the SAMA KZN structure aims to strengthen advocacy, improve coordination, and achieve more impactful engagement in health policy. SAMA CEO Dr. Mzulungile Notigita said that the impact that they are making at a national level is what they want to be felt at the provincial level. He said that there was no time for elections. They wanted provincial doctors to elect their leadership. Therefore, the current branch chairpersons, vice chairpersons, and treasurers will form an interim provincial working committee. Provincial chairpersons, vice chairpersons, and treasurers will be elected from the provincial working committee. KZN Health MEC Nomakoko Simelane delivered a keynote address outlining collaborative efforts to ensure communities receive optimal health services from both the Department of Health and SAMA members. The KwaZulu-Natal Department of Education has announced ambitious plans to own its own offices and save close to 100 million rands a year in rental costs. The department revealed that it is renting about 22 buildings at a cost of approximately 120 million rands per year. These revelations are contained in its budget that detailed its cost drivers and how it aims to reduce these costs. The department is facing a financial crisis and has recently been bailed out by the provincial government, which reappropriated close to 900 million rands from other departments to assist the Department of Health and Education in meeting some of their obligations. Speaking on the cost of drivers, MEC Sipho Hlumuga said compensation of employees takes up the largest part of the department's budget, accounting for close to 90%. Speaking on office accommodation facilities and the provision of tools of trade, he said that the department is in the process of reducing costs related to office facilities from where it conducts its business operations. In more local news, Floyd Shivambu will visit King Misuzuluka's Welithini in Nongoma, north of KwaZulu-Natal, to introduce his newly formed party, Maibuye, today. The former Mkhonto Wesizwe Party Secretary General announced the visit during his final leg of his consultative forum in Durban yesterday. Shivambu said 8 provinces had already given him the go-ahead to form a political movement which included a political party that will contest elections, starting with the local government next year. He said that the political movement will consist of civil society organization, civic organization, and a workers' union, among others. Most of the people who spoke at the meeting agreed that he must form a political home for them because they have not seen changes from the previous parties that they voted for. Among the attendees were 2 traditional leaders from the province and Mpumalanga. In national news, a tragic freak accident claimed the life of a grade R learner in Carltonville in Gauteng. It's understood that the 6-year-old girl sustained injuries while boarding a scholar transport bus on Friday morning. The Letsatsing Primary Man School learner was reportedly rushed to hospital but later succumbed to her injuries. Provincial Education spokesperson Steve Mabona said psychosocial services will be made available to the bereaved family, learners, and the teachers. Mabona said, according to information at their disposal, the said learner allegedly sustained injuries from a scholar transport bus while she was boarding the bus on Friday morning to go to school. The SAPS in the Tshwane district, in collaboration with multiple law enforcement agencies, conducted a high-impact anti-crime operation, Operation Chanela, in Attridgeville Township on Saturday night. The operation resulted in the arrest of over 300 suspects for various crimes, including murder and attempted murder. Captain Johan van Dijk, spokesperson for the Tshwane district, said the operation was part of the district's ongoing commitment to zero tolerance for crime, prioritizing increased visibility, order restoration, and enhanced community safety. In international news, Iraqi officials have begun the excavation of what is believed to be a mass grave left behind by ISIL during its years of carnage exacted upon the civilian population after it seized the larger swathes of the nation from 2014 onwards until being vanquished 3 years later. A state-run news agency reported yesterday that local authorities were working alongside the judiciary, forensic investigators, an Iraqi foundation, and the Directorate of Mass Graves to carry out the excavation in Al-Kafsa, south of the northern city of Mosul. The site, a sinkhole about 150 meters deep and 110 meters wide, is believed to have been the grisly scene of some of the worst massacres committed by ISIL. Ahmed Qusay al-Asadi, head of the foundation's mass graves excavation department, told a news agency that his team began work on the 9th of August at the request of the Nineveh province. Taking a look at news in Pietermaritzburg on 105.6 FM, the Mzingati District Crime Intelligence Unit has over the past week made key breakthroughs against violent crime, arresting 5 suspects and seizing illegal firearms during recent operations. Police spokesperson Constable Siyabonga Nkwanyana stated that the suspects aged between 26 and 47 were detained during 2 intelligence-driven raids. Some are linked to murder cases in the Greytown and Nqutu policing precincts. In the early hours of Wednesday, Umzinyathi Crime Intelligence, working in conjunction with the Greytown Crime Prevention Unit, raided the Guguletu location. A suspect wanted for an Umsinga business robbery in June was arrested. A second man was also detained after being found with 2 unlicensed pistols and ammunition. The following day, Umzinyathi Crime Intelligence joined the Nqutu Crime Prevention Unit for a raid in Kuteni 2 suspects were arrested in connection with a double murder and attempted double murder in Kwanqulu in November 2023. 1 suspect was in possession of an unlicensed 38 special revolver and ammunition. The operation later led to a 5th suspect at a second location where another unlicensed firearm and ammunition were seized. That's it for news in Pietermaritzburg on 105.6 FM. Now taking a look at financial indicators. The rand to the US dollar is trading at 17 rands and 56 cents, to the euro at 20 rands and 56 cents, to the pound at 23 rands and 79 cents. The Saudi riyal is at 4 rands and 69 cents. Gold is trading at $3,350 and 55 cents an ounce, while Brent crude oil is trading at $65.77 a barrel. That's it for now. I will be back with your headlines at 7:30. For Red Island News, I'm Tabila Duma.
Is brought to you by Bake Ermelo, a brand new addition to the Dockrad crew.
Breakfast rush traffic.
Superintendent Rauf, assalamu alaikum. Welcome back.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. Actually, we spoke about earlier on the end to southbound of the Tonga Toll Plaza is still there. The second one is Amshlanga with that minibus overturned as well. That's still causing a problem, but it's still there. There will be delays. Earlier on Kingway outside the hospital, the road was closed for a helicopter to land. The road has subsequently opened, but traffic is still congested in that vicinity. Just allow for some extra traveling time there, please. You got slow moving traffic on the exit northbound as you're coming between the M7 and Spaghetti Junction. Stationary vehicle on the N3 northbound after the Hilton Avenue ramp. Left shoulder lane is obstructed. Into southbound is congested between Amstanga ramp or just after Amstanga ramp because of the accident. There is still delays in that vicinity. Just allow for extra traveling time. Please remember that protest action in Port Shepstone to Rikoleni is still ongoing. Roads are completely closed. You're not going to get through there. Please stay away from it, especially the truck. You know, you're going to get going there full and you're going to spot empty. So stay away from there, please. Earlier protest action on the M19 as well between the N2 and Macro. There's still some debris on the road. Just be aware of that. Just drive slowly there, please. As the day goes by or progresses, that debris will all just get picked up by the tires and the road will get geared up. That's your second update.
Oh, no.
Very sad.
Is that your way of telling people be careful as you drive in that area?
Don't drive in that area, I would say.
Oh, no.
What? How else do you mean to tell them?
Well, you know,
the DSW office is about 1 kilometer away. Don't worry, boys and girls. The DSW people who you pay money for, they're going to come and sweep it for.
No,
maybe next
he won't
week
say
this
that.
time. Why must he give you false promises?
To pick up your black bin bag, not the burnt tires.
So whose job is that to clean up the road?
The people that put it there.
Listen, we can't find those mobs, so we have to get somebody else.
We're not even getting bin bags where I live anyway, so...
Listen, you got to speak to the security guys at your complex because I think they're taking them.
No, they too haven't received them.
Shame. Hey, listen, there's a Urdu anagram that's up for unscrambling. Let's do it, Soup. What are the letters for this morning's Urdu anagram?
H.
H for hotel.
R.
R for R.
H.
Another H for hotel.
S.
S for Sarawak.
And E.
And an E. Well, just one E?
One E.
E for egg.
E for echo.
And ilachi.
Listen, this is an Urdu word.
It's a 5-letter word. I'm not going to give you a clue.
Why? I need one.
I think it's pretty easy.
You think it's pretty easy?
Yes. No clue to it. It's a very, very easy word.
I can't work it out.
Word.
I can't work it out.
Think.
Look closer.
Think nicely.
Look close. HRHSE. Help me, please. If you're watching the video right now, this anagram, Urdu word, 5 letters, HRHSE. Please work it out. Please send me the answer because I don't know it. Shazia sends me the letters as we've given them out. Shazia, really. HRHSE. Work it out. Urdu word.
That's the difference.
She's just
There's
confirming.
already correct
She's
answers
just
coming
confirming.
through, I must say.
There's a lot already?
Yes.
A lot of correct answers coming through. You know, Superintendent Raouf, basically, the way our listeners work in the morning, they don't need coffee. They just need to put the radio on, they're already awake.
It's an amazing instrument.
No.
Tournament.
No, I don't think
I was
so.
asking questions.
Yeah.
You know, I was asking questions about a store owner's name.
Right.
And it actually came up on Google. Can you believe it?
Aussie.
Whoa.
Yeah. I couldn't believe that.
No, it's true.
There's a message for Superintendent Raouf on the screen.
Salams, Inspector Raouf. Was so good to hear familiar voices at the tournament during the weekend. You kept our kids ready for their fixtures and which field to go to. Many thanks from Khadija Amra.
Shukran, Khadija. Thank you very much. That we tried. We had a good tournament.
All right, before we get to our next interview, Soup, something for you to take care for our listeners really quickly, saying chaos at the Sherwood off-ramp. Cars are driving contraflow.
On the N3?
Correct. Chaos at the Sherwood off-ramp. Cars going contraflow. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum. There you go. Fozi says TBR is our coffee.
This traffic update is brought to you by Bake Ermelo, a brand new addition to the Docrat crew. Experience automotive bliss with our new Bake lineup. Check out our full range of our new Bake vehicles designed to keep you smiling mile after mile. Choose your favorite model and give us a call. We will answer all your questions. Contact us today on 017-492-0166 to get a quote. We don't only deliver nationwide, but right to your door. Bake Ermelo, a new member of the Docrat Group.
Waking you up every weekday morning.
Michelle Sarwa, all over your radio.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is Sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
For too many communities across Africa and the world, access to clean water remains a dream. At Africa Muslims Agency, we dig deep, reaching into the heart of the earth to fill the cups of those in need. Sponsor a water well for 16,500 Rand, or a borehole in Afghanistan for 55,000 Rand, or Africa for 65,000 Rand, or any amount. With water comes food, health, education, and growth. An ongoing reward with Africa Muslims Agency.
Get ready to elevate your fitness game at First Fitness in Durban's Berea. With a spacious free weight area, award-winning equipment, and exclusive ladies-only parking and training level, we've got everything you need to crush your goals. Hit the ground running on our outdoor track or unleash your inner warrior in our MMA and boxing dungeon. Plus, enjoy high security and ample parking. And don't forget to refuel at our Halal Coffee and Health restaurant for the best in coffees, smoothies, and healthy eats. Join us today and redefine your fitness journey. First Fitness, dare to be extraordinary.
The views and opinions expressed by the guest and presenters of Radio Al Ansar are not necessarily the views and opinions of Radio Al Ansar and the Al Ansar Foundation.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
TBR, it is now 15 after 7. And just before we get into our next interview, a little bit of context for everybody. Last week, we'd spoken with the president of Operation Dudula.
Yes.
Right? Finding out what's going on at our hospitals and clinics with regard to them stopping foreign nationals from entering, from getting medical, advice, intervention, whatever you want to call it. They were stopping human beings that are not native to South Africa and saying to them, you cannot go in, you got to go to a private facility. You cannot use our government funded facilities.
Particularly those that were undocumented.
Yeah. And then, so basically they were standing there and saying, show me your identity.
Yes.
In a nutshell, right? And then stopping people from going in that did not have South African identity. Subsequent to that, after the program, I received a call from a very irate brother Muhammad. And I could understand his frustration. Him and I had a good conversation that went on for a good 10 to 15 minutes. We had this conversation where he says, Nishal, you guys need to look at the other side.
Yes.
What is happening to those people that are getting turned away? And I thought to myself, Brother Muhammad, you got a very, very good point. Tell me who to speak to. Tell me who to speak to. So over the past few weeks, reports have emerged from Durban hospitals where members of organizations like March and March, Operation Dudula, have stationed themselves outside health facilities, allegedly blocking foreign nationals, particularly undocumented immigrants, from accessing critical health care. Now, this has sparked outrage and concern as many of those being turned away are in need of urgent medical attention. Subsequent to my conversation with Brother Muhammad, joining us now on the line is Asha Ramgobin, former Executive Director of Human Rights Development Initiative, focus on bridging the gap between grassroots organizations and international human rights institutions and mechanisms. Now she represents the Gandhi Development Trust. Asha Ramgobin, good morning to you. Welcome to the Breakfast Rush on Radio Al Ansar. Hang on for a second. Mondli's mind buffered for a second.
She was right there, wasn't she?
No, she is. She is. Let's start again. Asha, very good morning to you. Welcome to the Breakfast Rush.
Good morning, Michelle. Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly now. Thank you very much for joining us. Can you start by telling us more about the work your organization does and how you became involved in this particular crisis?
So rather than talk about my organization extensively, I can just tell you that we focus on international human rights law, and I've been involved in access to justice for the poor, marginalized, and those who basically can't afford private lawyers for about 30 years now. But how I got involved in this is I was invited to a meeting on the 6th of August, hosted by the Dennis Hurley Center, to meet with communities that were victims of this crisis, this health crisis that you just described. And at that meeting, a range of people expressed their situations where, for example, pregnant women were denied treatment. And one of the community representatives talked about the first death that has resulted from that denial of treatment and obstruction of healthcare. And so, as quite frankly, not even as a lawyer, but as a human being, as a Christian, as a person who believes in God and in the goodness of people, we as a team decided to do a few things. And I was involved in two of those interventions, let me put it that way. The first was to deal with the immediate needs of patients. A group of faith-based leaders and ordinary lay religious people volunteered to spend 2 hours at least. We spent, many of us, more than that, but at least 2 hours in shifts from 8 to 4 outside Addington, with a particular focus on two things. One, on patient access and the patient, the sick person, and the other on the people that were demonstrating or protesting outside the hospital and obstructing sick people from gaining access. The religious leaders and all of us were trying to speak to the conscience and to the heart of those people. Really, just to say, to emphasize that part, when you talk about the horror and of the circumstance, our emphasis was on humanizing, and there shouldn't be a need for that. But in a context where you find that the actual rhetoric is dehumanizing people on the basis of their nationality, on the basis of a range of different stereotypes and generalizations, when we come from a history of apartheid, which was essentially dehumanizing people based on color.
Yes.
And we find ourselves experiencing and witnessing the exact same thing, just with a different criteria.
Absolutely.
There was no way that we could sit down and do nothing. So we tried. We tried that from a faith-based perspective, but then from a human rights perspective, I could not just sit there and engage in conversation. I also, as a lawyer, understood the rights elements the rights violations that were at stake here.
Indeed.
Are you able to perhaps briefly tell us what cases you have encountered at the Durban hospitals? Are people being physically blocked, intimidated, or refused at reception?
Absolutely. Intimidation, blocking, people. So what I witnessed personally was a mother of two infants. I don't know whether it's relevant. I suppose it might be, since it's Ansar, but she's Muslim and she's of Pakistani origin, but she's lived in South Africa for many years and said that she has an ID. And she was there more to get assistance for her two infant children, one who was a toddler still, and the other who might have been 2 or 3 years old, who had TB. And she didn't know about this whole story. She was just unaware of the ID issue. So she didn't bring her ID along on that particular day. And she needed treatment. So she was definitely intimidated. I witnessed this myself. And what I did was to try to just focus on her and try to get her out of that situation, put her into my car, and then took her to get help, basically. But the doctors that we interviewed, the doctors who have given us information, have told us about life-threatening conditions where an insulin-dependent person has gone in for the insulin and obstructed.
Good gosh.
Drug-resistant TB, gone in for a changed regime, obstructed. These are life-threatening situations.
Indeed, Asha, tell us.
I mean, I have a long list of these that we put together. But
Tell us, how has hospital management, provincial health authorities responded to these incidents?
I mean, this is really interesting. If you look at the provincial health authority on the 6th, as early as the 6th of July, and remember that this is day 57. Okay, but as early as the 6th of July, the provincial health department issued a media statement, and they cite all the constitutional provisions, the provisions of the National Health Act, the provisions of the Refugee Act, Immigration Act, and international human rights framework to make it clear that both documented and undocumented migrants basically have certain rights to health. It's not an absolute right, but they have rights, particularly relating to reproductive health care, primary health care, and absolutely relating to children, and particularly when it comes to emergency health interventions, right? When we engaged with the people in front there at the hospital, there was a person, I think everyone knows her, Teresa Nokia, she's there with her name tag, who said that there was somebody who arrived with a headache. And she had to determine whether this was an emergency or not. And since it was just a headache, she turned the person away. And who is she? What qualification does she have to determine whether this is an emergency or not? Right? So this is the level of craziness that the situation has deteriorated to. At a provincial level, the media statement expresses all of this. But at a physical intervention level, what are they doing to ensure access? It's almost nothing. The police, because it's the police that have the obligation to intervene. It's the provincial health department that has the obligation to intervene. And it's the hospital management that also have the obligation to intervene. But what you find is the police actually walking past, issuing parking fines, the Metro Police, that is. South African police driving past, looking at the incident, of, observing what's happening there and doing absolutely nothing. And they have an obligation under international human rights law, under our constitution, to protect the rights of each one of us from infringement by third parties. And they're just not doing that. This obligation to protect requires the police to act within the framework of the law. Nobody is suggesting that the police should harass, intimidate, and drag the people off or, assault them or anything like that, the protesters, I mean. But to allow them to protest, but within the boundaries of the law. So their right to protest is also not an unlimited right. They can protest, sure. They can hold a placard up saying whatever they want to say. They can even insult and hurt people because it does not constitute hate speech, right? To just be hurtful. But they have limits. And those limits involve infringement on a person's right to access healthcare.
Indeed. Asha, I'm going to have to cut the interview off there. We've unfortunately run out of time on the program this morning. This definitely is a conversation that requires a full-on 1 hour, I would assume, talk show. So I'm going to recommend that one of our producers for the talk shows gets in touch with you and your organization to delve deeper into what we're talking about this morning, because at the end of the day, Asha, and I'm pretty certain you're going to agree with me, human rights supersede political ambition. It supersedes criminology, or criminality, rather. I've got listeners sending me messages right now on this topic saying these people are the same people, countries that helped our former president when he was exiled. We need to understand our past for direction for our future. And currently there's a message that is very, I don't know, this should be very hard hitting on those folks. We're behaving like the IDF.
Absolutely.
Our listeners are very passionate on this topic. So Asha, once again, I'm going to recommend a longer conversation with you and your organization to one of our talk shows, and hopefully good comes out of it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Nishal.
Asha Ramgobin, former Executive Director of Human Rights Development Initiative, focus on bridging the gap between grassroots organizations and international human rights institutions and mechanisms, now representing the Gandhi Development Trust, just literally, Naz, I think, scratching on the surface.
Absolutely.
In this conversation.
Incredibly passionate about serving.
Yeah.
And it's painful. It absolutely is really painful to see what she sees on the ground.
Absolutely.
Is very disturbing.
Without a doubt, going to pass this one here on to one of the talk shows that come through in the evening, where they've got at least an hour to dedicate toward what's the problem
Yes.
and what's the solution.
Mhm.
What's going on and what should be going on.
Correct.
What have you witnessed yourself, not being told by others? What have you seen on your own, and how do you see this turning, the tide turning to something positive? I think that conversation needs to take place, and we're grateful to have had her on the program this morning. It's coming up for 6:30. Naz looking at the time.
I am 7:31.
Yeah, because I gave it incorrectly. No.
It's
not
okay.
6:30. Hey, you don't have that much time. It's 7:31, which means, do we have enough time to take a call for Vodacom?
Yes. No.
You know how to read that time,
No.
but you don't know how to see that time.
Look, news comes first, so unfortunately not.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
What?
We want to give our listeners that opportunity from Vodacom.
How are you going to do that?
After.
Okay.
Let's do it after.
The Breakfast Rush News Headlines.
Making news at the bottom of the hour, the KwaZulu-Natal Department of Transport has said it's illegal for anyone to stop cars, pull out passengers and force them to use taxis. The Garden Route District has witnessed a surge in law enforcement activity following the arrest of 8 suspects linked to a series of unrelated murder incidents. And finally, according to authorities, rescuers are searching for more than 40 people who are missing after a boat capsized in Nigeria's northwestern state of Sokoto. That's it for now. For Radio Al-Ansar News, I'm Tabila Duma.
Thank you very much, Tabila Duma. Now, for those folks who are tuning in so late for the Urdu anagram, do you remember the letters?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Just remind us really quickly, what were those letters for that anagram?
HRHSE. It's a 5-letter Urdu anagram with no clue.
There you go. There wasn't a clue, but it was so easy. Naz got it. I didn't.
This traffic update is brought to you by Suzuki Newcastle, a member of the Darkrad Group.
Breakfast Rush Time.
Superintendent Rauf, assalamu alaikum. Welcome.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So what's the name of the shehar we're living in?
Durban!
No. I think you're on the wrong channel, yeah?
I do live in Durban. I do, I promise. I don't drive in from out of town every day. I'm not that good, eh?
Maybe he's talking about the TBR one.
Oh.
I don't know.
Anyway, before we do all of that, let's just figure out what is going on the roads.
Stationary truck on the N2 northbound South Eagleton Highway, the left shoulder lane and left lane obstructed. So that's going to be affecting the traffic. Then we've got an accident I'm looking at here, but it's not telling me where it is. Okay, there we go. M7 westbound, before BMW, 2 vehicles involved in this one, going towards Pinetown, so there's delays in that vicinity. Accident on the M7, yeah, it's the same one, but BMW. Only one lane open there, so there's delays allow for traffic jam. N3 southbound after the Market Road ramp, left-hand lanes obstructed, the vehicle broken down there as well. Now on the M4, just before the Blue Lagoon Bridge on the right-hand lane, BMW driver drove into another car. Can you believe that?
He didn't use his indicator.
Your name for incoming to Durban, just near the Blue Lagoon Bridge. There's an accident in the right-hand lane, so there will be delays coming into Durban this morning due to that accident. There's still slow-moving traffic on the N2, southbound between the M19 and Spaghetti, the N2 northbound between the M7 and Spaghetti, the N3 coming into Durban between Paradise Valley all the way to Spaghetti as well. Now, this is all due to roadworks taking place. Also, on the N2 southbound between Amstoti and Amstanga as well, there's slow-moving traffic due to roadworks. That's your final update.
Akhtar sends a message. He says, Salams, man. Nish, he didn't use his brakes.
That's why there's B in the front.
Fahim's on a roll, almost on a daily basis. He said, I used to crack jokes about BMW drivers and not using indicators till I got one. And those are just lazy. I firmly believe, I firmly believe that when you walk into one of those sales rooms. The salesman says to you that the indicator switch is an optional extra which costs so much money. Most of the guys that buy those BMWs don't go for the optional extra.
Man.
I think so. But Soup.
I have to tell you this.
Yeah.
You talk about BMWs. You know who gave away 2 tanks of fuel at the soccer tournament?
Who gave away 2 tanks of fuel? Tell me, please, what's his phone number? I need one.
No, these guys from Hyundai were there. And they were advertising. And they gave away 2 tanks of fuel. One on Saturday, one on Sunday.
And then you decided to advertise for them in the radio.
I'm going to take my car there.
No, I'm just telling you, by the way.
You gossiping. Listen, there's so many people that came through and said Shahar for this morning's anagram. It was brilliant. It was brilliant.
Did you know that this is the 1,500 years of the Maulud this year?
1,500 years of the Maulud?
Yes.
Wow, I didn't know that.
1,500 years. So
Correct.
It's a milestone this year.
Wow.
And do you know what happens in the Overport area during the month of Rabiul Awal?
Yes.
What happens? Tell us. For those folks that are not from Overport, what happens?
This is important, guys. Listen, I'm going to be reminding you of this all the time. The Anjuman Warsiya, they have the march and the julus that takes place from the Glenan Road Mosque going along Alpine Road into Brickfield Road.
Yeah.
You got children of all denominations that come there and join this julus. It's an amazing event.
Absolutely.
So please join them. It's next month. And I'll try and get you the dates. I think it's on the 7th of next month.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. It's an amazing event.
Oh, fantastic. So thank you very much for that information. We'll get more information about it as we go through. Akhtar says it's on the 7th. So yeah, Tar. Thanks again, Soup. Take it easy. Have a wonderful day.
Alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. There's somebody who's commenting on this TikTok live that's happening at the moment, and I'm trying to get in there just to do a little bit of digging. Right, her name's Feroza.
Okay.
I like this. When you click on her name and you get into Feroza 786, her description, ID, whatever you want to call it,
bio.
Right? Her bio. The first thing on there is #Ohana.
I love that.
Now, that means family.
Yes.
Right? If you watch the same cartoons my kids did, you'd know that.
It means family.
It means family.
And
Nobody gets left behind, apparently.
Oh, forgotten.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there you go. She's also a radio presenter. Feroza is commenting, saying, being a presenter myself, I love the breakfast rush. Oh, we love that you're there, Feroza. Thank you so much. Now, Catherine, who's from Overport, sends through a WhatsApp message, and Catherine says, just want to say that I love the voices on this station. You guys are phenomenal. Have a blessed day. Catherine, thank you for listening in, and thank you for interacting with us as well. Much appreciated.
Phenomenal message.
Yeah, it's lovely. Hajra Habib, salamu alaikum. I'm trying to clear the messages, Naz, because I kind of need WhatsApp to be empty for now, because here's what I want to do. I'm going to go to sport and have a chat with Buddy Governor. And while we're having a chat with Buddy Governor about how my team lost and how his team won,
it's okay.
And how I was wrong about Drickus and how the Proteas and the Springboks took the weekend off, we're going to talk about all that. You that's listening in and want to win a prize from our set of Vodacom stores, send me your name now. 060-904-1056. Send me your name and we'll choose somebody. We'll call you back shortly. Buddy Governor, salamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam and good Monday morning to you all.
Right. Now he's already laughing. You hear that, Nas? He's already laughing at my team not winning.
I think he's probably mentally saying, I told you so on Friday, but you didn't listen.
So here's the thing. Buddy, before you get into it, right? Before you get into it, I have this policy. I watch the first game of the season, and that lets me know what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the season.
Mr. Arsenal on that side is smiling.
Mr. Arsenal is smiling in the corner here. But here's the thing, buddy. My team did not perform well. But I decided I'm going to watch a few more games because I didn't recognize most of the names on the screen.
Yeah.
It's like a new team.
It was one of those. Yeah. I think Manchester United started off where they finished off last season, if you could put it mildly.
That hammer was very heavy on the heart.
All right, go ahead. Let's have your report.
Yeah, well, Arsenal collected maximum points as they saw off Manchester United 1-0 at Old Trafford, courtesy of a Ricardo Colafiori strike in the first half. A really good game, I must add. I think both sides showed some promise. Biomo up front for Manchester United really looked like he could do the business. I think they need to sort out a little bit more in the back, but sadly they did go down 1-0 in the opening game. Nottingham Forest, they saw off Brentford 3-1, and Chelsea were held to a 0-0 draw with Crystal Palace at home. Tonight, Everton and Leeds in a Premier League match will complete weekend 1 of the new season. So it's really been enterprising to see football back again. MotoGP, Marc Marquez stormed to victory at the Austrian Grand Prix with Fermin Aldeguer and Marco Bezzecchi coming in second and third respectively. South Africa's Brad Binder came in seventh. Well, it was a bad weekend for South Africa, as you put it, Nish. I don't know why, but we sort of made it like Australia weekend. The Proteas lost the T20 series to Australia by 2-1. The Springboks crashed out in the second half as Australia beat them 32-22 in a game of two halves. And then sadly, Dricus du Plessis was totally dominated by Kamsat Chimaev in UFC 319. South Africa can't get any worse than that. I think this weekend it's all to do when the Springboks face Australia again in Cape Town, and the Proteas will take on Australia in a different format. But nonetheless, plenty of sport coming up, and inshallah, Wednesday morning, I'll bring you up to date with what's going on between now and then.
Without a doubt, we're looking forward to it, buddy. Thank you very, very much for this morning's report. You take it easy. Have a blessed Monday. We'll catch up on Wednesday.
You guys as well.
Assalamu
alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam. Hoping that the next results will be better for us as a country.
Inshallah. Here we go. 17 minutes to 8. The one thing I find interesting when watching TikTok, right? And no, I'm not sitting there watching me. I'm sitting watching on the corner of the screen as those hearts just float from the bottom of the screen to the. I love it.
Absolutely.
When those hearts are floating. It's just hearts floating everywhere. It's just beautiful. Honestly, it's just beautiful. Assalamu alaikum. Wishing my dolly, Sakina Sheikh of HSBP Grade 3, an amazing week of school. Love your mum. Got a feeling she might already be at school. So, I said to you guys, send me your name now. 060-904-1056. We're calling somebody back to be the Monday winner with our set of Vodacom stores. Just answer a couple of questions. That's all.
Brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
Big city to big city. Winners wake up with the breakfast rush.
Durban Halal Meats, the butcher with a twist. Whether you're firing up the braai or stocking up for your business, we've got you covered. From premium lamb, beef and chicken to custom cuts and bulk orders, all 100% halal certified by Sanha. Enjoy our convenient buy and braai service, fast delivery and easy online ordering at durbanhalalmeats.co.za. Visit us at 84 Felix Dlamini Road. Durban Halal Meats. Quality, affordability, trust, meat made better.
For the Suzuki that enables you to live, dream, and think big, your limitless potential begins at Suzuki Newcastle. Make every journey possible. Contact us today on 034-312-7805 for a quote. Our customer service-driven sales team is ready to assist you. We don't only deliver nationwide, but right to your door. Suzuki Newcastle, a member of the Docrat Group.
Dreaming of becoming a chartered accountant? The journey starts here at Regent Business School. Our Bachelor of Commerce in Accounting degree is now officially endorsed by SAICA, the South African Institute for Chartered Accountants. With this prestigious qualification, you'll be on track to enroll in the SAICA-endorsed postgraduate diploma in accounting, take the board exams, and earn the elite title of Chartered Accountant, CASA. Visit regent.ac.za. Mid-year registrations are still open.
KZN, let's go shopping. Durban India shopping at Saxony Westwood Mall from the 15th to the 31st of August. Get all your shopping done for men, women, and children. So bring the whole family. We have the latest fashion in bridal wear and Eastern wear, an exciting kids zone, tantalizing foods, entertainment, and so much more. Monday to Thursday, free entry. Weekends, only 20 Rand per person. Open from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Remember, awesome entertainment every weekend. Only at Durban India Shopping at Saxony Westwood Mall.
It's official. Checkers Foods Kawi Park is our first food store with a halal butchery, bakery, and deli certified by NIHT, the National Independent Halal Trust. This will ensure high standards and ethical practices across our butchery, bakery, and deli from farm to table. So visit Checkers Foods Kawi Park for an exceptional shopping experience that keeps getting better and better.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
This feature on The Breakfast Rush is powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom shops at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, Bluff Towers, The Workshop Durban, Megacity, Bridge City, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0.
TBR, it says 90.4 FM in Durban, 105.6 FM in Pietermaritzburg. Now, here's the situation. This is what we're going to do. We're going to say to you one more time, send your names. Not that nobody sent it already. Quite a few of you have. But here's the thing. I'm looking for somebody whose name kind of resonates with
I haven't seen this in a while.
Or a name that, like, hey, that is our first.
Okay.
Hey? This
Good
computer,
idea.
this
Giving
computer,
everybody a chance.
this computer is just not computing for me this morning.
I don't know.
Yeah, honestly,
It's having
it's
a blue Monday.
it's just not doing its thing. This one, you. So, from our set of Vodacom stores, we're going to encourage you to go and follow them on their social media. It's at Cellular City Group.
And you can do that on Instagram, on
everywhere.
TikTok, on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Everywhere. Follow at Cellular City Group. And when you do that, you go and check out their daily posts every single day, because what they're doing very strategically is putting the answers to the questions inside the posts. So if you are sharp enough, you'll pick it up, you'll catch it, then it's going to be like writing an open book exam.
That's exactly
It's going to be like just doing that. Write an open book exam when you get onto your cellular device or your computer, whatever it may be that you're using. Open up your social media. Go to your Insta, man. Go to your Instagram and type in at Cellular City Group.
And you also have a chance of viewing their incredible specials and a win a car competition.
A win a car competition? A winner? Tell me about this win a car I want to win a car.
Don't say I didn't tell you. So you can't win it. But you at home on the other side can buy a prepaid or easy to own device and stand a chance to win a car.
Look
it's
at
as
that.
simple as that.
Buy a prepaid device.
Yes, so you buy a prepaid or an easy to own device.
Yeah.
And then you stand a chance to win a car.
Where?
At our set of Vodacom stores. That's the only place. And from what I can see in front of me, it's a Kia. And it looks stunning.
Oh, very nice. Assalamu alaikum, Zain Kassam.
Walaikum salam.
Question number 1. Are you related to Nazmira Kassam?
Not at all.
Then why you stole her surname?
I could have stolen. You never know.
You could have stolen his
Yeah,
surname.
you never know.
Oh, no. All right, Zain.
Never know.
Zain, tell us where you're from.
I'm from Overport.
All right. And how often do you listen to the Breakfast Rush on Radio Al Ansar?
Every morning. Full run.
Good man, good man. I'll tell you what, if you're following us at Vodacom stores on their social media, you already have the answers to these true and false questions. You ready?
Ready?
Right. So getting to know home internet, the differences, 4G, 5G, speeds and deals, right? This is what we're doing. Question number one, or statement number one. What is home internet? Right? Home internet is plug and play internet. Is that true or false?
True.
Statement number two. Home internet is only available on a 4G network. True or false?
False.
Statement number three. Once you reach your cap on a home internet, you can purchase additional bundles for 99 Rand for 100 gigs or 149 Rands for 200 gigs. True or false?
That's true.
Congratulations.
Zain, I'm going to take your phone number, right? And I'm going to give it over to these marketing people there at our set of Vodacom stores. And one of those aunties, they're going to phone you back and they're going to tell you all about how you're a winner today and how you can get your prize.
Jazakallah so much. And thanks to the breakfast rush.
I mean, he made it look very easy.
Zain made it look like he works for Vodacom. Seriously.
Yeah.
Zain, tell me something, right? I don't pay that much attention to the calendar, to be honest with you, when it comes to special dates. Last week, I found out, not that I didn't know about it, but last week we checked the calendar and TBR turns 13 years old this September.
Mm-hmm. On the 2nd.
On the 2nd of September. If you had to name something that you particularly enjoy about the Breakfast Rush, what would it be?
The competitions are great. The presenters are great. And the show on the whole is just awesome.
Alhamdulillah.
All right, Zain, because you were so kind with your very, very kind words, I'm going to tell these people at Vodacom to put a ribbon on your price too.
Jazakallah so much.
Ameen. Thank you, Zain. Have a blessed day, brother.
Jazakallah. Ameen.
Assalamu alaikum. There you go. Zain, our first winner for this week. I say first because it's only Monday. It's only Monday.
If you didn't get through today, you've got 4 days left.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, what I find interesting is that it's not only people from Durban that are entering this competition. I'm seeing names on that list from Cape Town, from Johannesburg, from Pietermaritzburg, obviously Durban as well.
Yeah, and some people are introducing us to suburbs in the country that we didn't even know existed.
Exactly. I got this one fella sitting on TikTok at the moment, right? He's Brother Paresh from Classic Central Radio, Johannesburg. He's been tapping on the screen. It's over 7,000 hearts that's been sent through collectively.
Yeah.
And he says to me, I got to wait now. My fingers are paining. And in between waiting, he sends through a message. He says, good morning, family. Have a blessed week. Paresh, unusual name, I know, but he wanted to enter the competition.
Okay.
Now I figured, no.
Why?
They're going to make me take a drive to Edenvale to deliver his prize. He's cold that side.
I'm sure we can make a
Oh,
plan.
man. But thank you so much for listening and watching on the videos. That's it for the show for this morning as well.
Have an incredible first working day of the week. Be the best version of you.
It's going to be a great day. Just tell yourself that, put it out there. It's going to be an absolutely amazing Monday. Wherever you go, whatever you do good, be good. Have an absolutely blessed Monday.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is Sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
TBR. This hadith is sponsored by Ashraful Aid, International Humanitarian Organization.
حديث أدي قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم الاقتصاد في النفقة نصف المعيشة والتودد إلى الناس نصف العقل وحسن السؤال نصف العلم. The Prophet ﷺ said, moderation in spending is half of one's sustenance. Friendliness towards people is half of one's intelligence.